Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam, and today we're going to be talking about freedom. And I know this is going to be a very touchy topic for a lot of us. And I know this is going to be a very touchy topic for a lot of us, but I do appreciate those who do watch it to the end. Now, first of all, freedom. Let's define what freedom is. Freedom is the ability to do pretty much whatever you want. With no restraint, no recourse, no consequences. So the question is anybody really free? And if we get down to the nitty-gritty, the absolute answer is no. And that's because we live in a box. And in this box is a set of laws and rules that we live by. Outside are things that we cannot do. So for an example, we're not allowed to kill people. We're not allowed to steal, we're not allowed to commit fraud, and so forth, and many other laws. So in technicality, we're not really free. We're not 100% free. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot of freedom in terms of what we want to do on a day-to-day basis, but we all live by a set of rules and set of laws. Now the second thing is, because freedom is not 100%, so that would make it freedom is relative. Perfect example is take US for example. They have the Second Amendment. You're allowed to carry guns around. And take Canada for example. You are not as easily able to have a gun versus the very extreme, the people in North Korea. You probably can't even go outside the country. Or if you look at China, there's a lot of censorship. They don't allow Facebook or Google. And at the same time, you don't have free speech. Anything you say negative about the government, you're gonna get arrested. So in the grand scheme of things, freedom is relative. You have freedom countries such as the US and Canada, and you have the not so free countries, North Korea, Russia, China. But let me just try to get my point across is that we are not 100% free. Now the other thing I want to touch on is the First Amendment. The First Amendment states that you are allowed to have free speech. Now free speech, it goes both ways. Sure, you're allowed to say whatever you want, wherever you want, but that doesn't mean that there's no consequence. I'll give you an example. If I start saying racist comments, sexist comments, anti-homophobic comments, sure, it's allowed, it's free speech. But at the same time, my employer would act on it as well. They would probably fire me. And that's totally fine for them to do. They have a reputation to protect and they would probably let me go. So all in all, there is a consequence, or there is a cause and effect for free speech. Now the next thing I want to bring up is, again, we live in this box. And this is the box of laws. Outside, right? Are stuff that we cannot do, we're not allowed to do. We're not allowed to kill, we're not allowed to steal, not allowed to commit fraud, treason, and so forth and so forth. Now, this box, in general, it gets smaller and smaller because there are new laws. And there's new laws because the worlds keep changing, and there's technology, and there's innovation. In the not so recent past, it's illegal to download and share music, so look what happened in Napster. So before Napster was a thing, there was no law. And when Napster happened, the music industry wanted to shut it down. So new laws got into place and our box got a little bit smaller. It's the same with seatbelts. Before there were cars, there was no seatbelt rule. And when there were cars, people didn't like the seatbelt, but it became a law. Same with helmets for motorcyclists, and same with smoking. Smoking got more strict and strict, no more smoking in the airport, in the airplane, in the workplace, in buildings, in restaurants. Now you're gonna stand a certain number of feet within a building where you can smoke. If you have an infant in the car, you're not allowed to smoke, and so forth and so forth. You know, we're living in a box that is continuously getting smaller. So essentially our freedom is shrinking. Now first things first, I want to be very clear. I'm not advocating to fight for freedom. It's already clear that we don't have 100% freedom. I'm very much okay with that. In fact, I'm very comfortable living in this box. I like living in this box. I have human rights. Other humans follow the same rules. They don't murder, they don't steal from me, and so forth. So I like these general rules, these general laws, and I like having, my own rights as well. But at the same time, I do understand that there will be new laws and my freedom will shrink from time to time. Now, what am I getting at? I'm getting at lockdowns and masks. And sure, you can say that it restricts your freedom. You don't have a choice whether you want to wear a mask or not. But hey, before you can smoke on a plane and now you can't. I don't see people arguing about that. I don't see people smoking on planes and just, define that rule. Same with lockdowns. Now there's lockdowns, stay-at-home orders. Well, same with bars. Before COVID, bars had to stop selling alcohol at 2 a.m. That's the cutoff line. I don't see people, protesting that it should be extended. All I'm trying to say is that as time moves on, there will be new laws and our freedom will shrink. But as that happens, I just hope that we can accept these laws and these rules together without too much protesting, without too much disobedience. I want COVID-19 over as much as anybody else. So if it means giving up your freedom for a little bit, then I'm all for it. Just remember, we're all in this together. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and keep saving money. Bye.